Hello, church. Sean and Tara asked me to give an update to our children and youth programs and how they're going. And so here it is. In regards to our family ministries, we've been sending the Sunday school curriculum from the meeting house to the parents, encouraging and empowering the parents to then be the teachers as they are so already, and in the discipleship of their children, just giving them more resource to do that. So, and any other ways that I can provide that, I do so with further resources on different topics, prayers, and meeting with them whenever I can. I've been doing open office hours every Monday through Wednesday from noon till 1, and so parents or youth are welcome to drop in onto that Zoom breakout room and chat with me and talk to me on how it's going. And so if you want to do that too, you're welcome to do so. I can send you the information on our Zoom so you can join the Zoom call and say hello and we can catch up. The other thing that we've been doing, and when I say we, I mean Cara and I, we've combined our youth ministries. So that allows us to have more points of contact with the youth throughout the week with both our leaders and our youth. And so it provides a few more ways that we can connect and have fun together. So we've actually done both Mondays and Wednesday nights are kind of youth nights. Mondays are more games orientated. We use things like Jackbox, Kahoot, or other web browser games to have fun and play together through our screens. And then on Wednesdays, we're doing Alpha. We used to do Alpha also on Mondays, but we found that we wanted to build further connection with the students. And so we started just doing it for Wednesdays now, giving us another 4 weeks of Alpha then. So that's not a bad deal either. And we have been finding that being really helpful as many of our DBC youth are still relatively new or do not come from a Christian background and still aren't Christian. So having those introductory conversations and in a place where they just are looking for a connection, this is a great time to introduce Jesus to them in this intentional way. And so we've been doing that, and that's been super fruitful. Cara and I have also been doing a Netflix watch party on Thursday nights. And so that works where everyone has their own Netflix account. We provided one for those who don't. And then they can come on and watch a movie that they vote on through our Instagram page, Dundas Baptist Youth. And so we watch a movie every week. There's a chat box. So it's actually been a really awesome way that we've seen some of the youth open up and share their stories and how they're doing. And it's provided us with some great conversations. So the Netflix party is actually a wonderful thing that we will probably continue to do even beyond when we're meeting in person once more. And speaking of which, Cara and I are fully planned for whatever that looks like, whether we are going to meet in person again by the end of the year or whether we'll continue to do things online. We've been working on a curriculum to go on with after Alpha's over. It's what's the next steps as a new Christian, and specifically tuned for our grades 6 to 8 students. We're really hopeful that this will be a tool that we can turn into an actual booklet down the road, and a resource for other leaders, as there isn't actually any sort of resource like this currently out there. And so having that 30-day devotional / curriculum will be a huge asset going forward, and we'll be working on that kind of some now and a little bit as we go in teaching our students. On Sundays also, we have been doing our junior high Sunday school still, and so that runs in the afternoon, so that we can still do church in the morning, or for those teenagers that like to sleep in a little later, we can still meet with them then in the afternoon, and it allows us to go over God's story and have different points of contact where they get to see how the scriptures just point to Jesus throughout the whole time. And also gives like a big overarching on what God's story really is for our world and for humanity. And so that's been really cool. The students have actually really loved our take-home activities, which is awesome to see. We've made unleavened bread for Passover. They did a game of telephone where they could see how stories were passed down. And they made their own tabernacle. That was really cool. And we're currently working through talking about idols and what does it mean to give up your idols to God. So some really great stuff coming out of our youth groups and our Sunday schools programming, and so we're really thankful for that, and really thankful for the youth that are continuing to come out to those things, and the many points of contact. We've had basically all of our youth come out to something, and so it's been awesome to connect with them and see them throughout this time, see them through a screen, but it's going really well, and so we're thankful for that. I also do a fun game on Tuesdays to help promote creativity and problem solving. It's a fantasy role-playing game, and the kids love it, so that's been a great way to connect with them as well. And yeah, I'm always answering emails, phone calls, and text messages, so if you want to connect, I'm happy to connect with you in any way I can, and here to support both our church and our youth. So that's the update. Thanks for listening, and hope to hear from you guys soon.